72 days after one of the greatest days in the club's history took place on this ground, Dulwich Hamlet returned to the KNK Stadium tonight for an eye-catching pre-season game with Charlton Athletic. 2 wins, 8 goals and more minutes in the legs were the order of the weekend in Hamburg for the Hamlet as they swept aside Falkirk and Altona. Back on home soil tonight is their only home outing of pre-season, and Gavin Rose picks a strong 11 against the Football League side, including a start for new man Magnus Okongi. Lee Bowyer's side only played 24 hours ago as they took on Cambridge United in a 2-hour friendly in New Eltham. Unfortunately, former Hamlet fullback Jamie Maskell misses out against his old side through injury, but they do name 14 first-team players in their squad and 7 from the start. Dulwich will be underdogs tonight, but it will be a good test for the Hamlet ahead of the season opener in 2.5 weeks. By a Dulwich source that the 9 was sent off one of his former teams in a heated manner a couple of years ago. Nathan Ferguson plays that wide to Clunis. It's a dangerous looking cross, it's a good one as well. Green's around the back. And in the end, can't keep his final shot down. The angle was working against him as well. Dulwich with a really nice cross into the box there. Clunis wrapping his foot around it. Green, his fellow wing-back, arriving at the far stick. Can't keep it down. Nathan Green controlling nicely. He's up against Dawkins now, coming inside of him. There's the 9 laid off to Tomlin. Shot deflected. The 9 looking to get involved. Phillips did call it, but Ward had to intervene. Lawrence has got it back on the edge of the area. The 9's gone for goal. It's closer than Green's effort, but it's still not troubling Phillips. Dulwich profiting from winning the ball back high up the field there. The 9 swiveled and took the shot on early. Again, that's the wrong side of the post to really test Dylan Phillips. Here's the 32 again. Ahern Grant, clever pass, and Fosu has made the run from midfield, slipping it through. Ahern Grant's continues to make strides forward, floats it in. Fosu at the far post, and Taylor's there, puts it over. Best attack Charlton put together so far. Fluid football involving Fosu and Ahern Grant, and the final chance that fell to Taylor should have at least hit the target from where he was. A couple of yards out, just looped off him and over the crossbar in the end. Not the goalkeeper being tested just yet. He was onside there, Lyle Taylor, and it's fallen for Dawkins. Ran into Michael Chambers. Solly joins the attack. Rides the first challenge from Lawrence. Taylor's in. This is for 1-0, and this time he does score. Missed the chance a moment ago. Makes no mistake with his second chance in 60 seconds, and Charlton Athletic with the game's first shot on target have the game's first goal. That's Lyle Taylor with his 3rd goal since arriving at the Valley this pre-season from AFC Wimbledon. Solly slipped it through to him, and he's just slotted it across Edwards into the far corner. There, the 9. So 3 goals in pre-season, scored at Walthamstow, scored at Haringey, scored in the historic game at Altona in Germany on Sunday. Good tackle that by Clunis. Blumberg wasn't aware of Clunis coming over his shoulder. The 9's turned inside nicely. He's gone for the early strike, and that one does call Phillips into action, unlike his one from earlier on. Again, looking to go for goal early. Actually, Carew inside. Saw that Taylor was over his shoulder, so uses Chambers. Ferguson given away by Nathan Ferguson. Taylor in possession for Charlton. There goes Simon Dawkins, kept in play. Just slowed up by Chambers on the overlap though is Lapsley. Nice flick into the arms of Edwards it goes. Fancy at the near post from Tariq Fosu. Blumberg. Ahern Grant, space to move into here if he chooses. And the overlap here is Fosu. And Ahern Grant gets the return pass as well. Lovely football this. Is there a second goal perhaps coming on the inside to his right foot, while blocked off by Michael Chambers. Okangi showed him on the inside onto his stronger right foot. Tomlin, nice pass. Clunis, only 1 in the penalty area at the moment. So we put 1 good cross in. It's the outside he goes, and the 9 got a couple of bites of that. Phillips with the save. Smart reaction from Dylan Phillips. Good work again from Clunis. Carew looking for Harmon having another. Carew can't win the ball off Ahern Grant. He finds Chris Solly in space on the right hand side. He's got Dawkins on the outside of him. Back into Ahern Grant here comes though. Okongi Put his foot in, didn't get near the ball. Dawkins now in possession. Into the area, Taylor wants to set up for Sakaski. Can't wrap his foot around it and put it inside Edwards' near post. Again, some quality build-up play from Charlton, picking the right pass at the right time. Edwards watched it all the way. Watch it sail wide. Good way by Quay Taylor for Sakaski, who had that chance. Lyle Taylor. Lapsley's running from deep. Ahern Grant hasn't used him, he has used Fosu instead, and that's wayward and wild from Tariq Fosu. 2 chances in 30 seconds for Charlton Athletic. It's given away. Inside here comes Fosu. Well, he finds Taylor. Chambers couldn't get his foot in the way. Cross is picked out by Okongate. Taylor looked to go for the shot though. A lot of power. It was a low drive and it's saved by Edwards. Good instincts shown by Preston Edwards there. Taylor looking to add to his earlier goal. Quite Taylor going long. Carew has a look over his shoulder, allows it to bounce over him. Tomlin can Carew its second ball. Trying to flick it, almost got through to the 9. Lawrence. Into his left foot, he's gone for goal bar, and Lawrence! What an equaliser that is from Lawrence! Out of the top draw from one of their new recruits. They dipped and swerved, and Phillips couldn't get a hand on it. In off the far post from distance from Byron Lawrence. Dulwich restore parity in a really gobsmacking way. And took on the shot from distance, and just was out of the goalkeeper's reach. Pearce. Around the corner, that ball comes to Blumberg. Again, the touch wasn't great, but he does get the better of Clunas this time. Here goes Fosu. Get away from Quay Taylor far too easily, and he's got space to move into. Goes down. Picks the ball up, expecting the penalty to be awarded, and the free kick goes the other way. Free kick then for the Addicts. Won't be much injury time, if any, so this could well be the final action of the first half. There's a header around the back, it drops for Ahern Grant. Volley's over. It's off the edge of the area. Blumberg. Maybe he might line up a shot, but it got away from him somewhat, the ball. And controlled particularly well. For Sakaski, that's a nice little clever pass. Ahern Grant finding the space. Is there a shot for him? It's a cross goal and turn at the far post, and Charlton have a second goal. Good work from Colin Ahern Grant. And it's finished at the far post. And the away side have the lead. So the 18, Ahern Grant, got away from a couple of men. Teed up for Sakaski, who arrived well at the far post. Chambers gets his head on that. Ferguson back to Edwards. Let's have another go at this, Edwards. He's done all right in the end. Lawrence slips that through. The 9's onside this time. Goalkeeper's come. Not got the ball. Free kick goes against the Dulwich number 9. Referee has said he's dived. Maynard Brewer came off his line. It was a good pass through to him. Went round the keeper. But the 9 has been penalised with a dive. Scored his opening Dulwich goal, his first Dulwich goal in the win against Falca on Friday night. It's a nice touch from Nicky Ajosi, former Manchester United graduate. It's a dangerous ball in. Good save by Edwards at the far post to keep out Alfie Doughty. Really smart work. Must have been actually into the side netting, because the goal kick's been awarded. I thought Edwards had made the save, but Dulwich surviving just about. It was a good ball in by Albie Morgan. 36 is Taylor Maloney. Cargbo back on the ball for Dulwich. Well, Jay May might have a chance here. Is there a shot for May? Yes, there is. Good save by the goalkeeper. Is that a penalty? No, says the referee. Akinyemi goes down this time. It was a strong save by Maynard Brewer from Jay May's shot. Charlton almost shooting themselves in the foot there, giving May the opportunity. Josie coming deep. Cruz wanted off him and powering from midfield. Ashley Carew throwing it onto Akinyemi. It was bullish and in good, confident mood in pre-season so far. Akinyemi gets towards the near post. It's easily dealt with though. Angle working with Maynard Brewer there. It's nice to see last season's kit being worn. It won't be used for much longer. One of the last times we will see it. Those are warming up in their new Vanarama tops. Starting to sink in that Dulwich are no longer an Isthmian side and they are in the National League structure. That's a good long ball. Chance for a third, blazed over. Didn't get his head over the ball there. Alfie Doughty has had a couple of chances since coming on as a youngster. Leaning back. And 15 gets it back. Ibrahim Cargbo, former national captain with Sierra Leone. Dulwich zipping the ball around nicely. Lawrence wanted it and he gets it. He's gone for goal again from distance. That one is wide. Not frightened to take on the long range shot. Some 30 yards out from Byron Lawrence and it's always going wide. Green, Akinyemi, strong. So is this man, Cargbo. Lovely raking pass out to Ming. For the 21. Drills it in. A lot of power in that. And the keeper's got a touch. It's behind for the corner. Maybe it was goal bound. It's Dulwich's first corner of the game. First we've had since half time actually. Ball by Rebo, Morgan, Ajose. Not going to go for it. It will be a corner kick. We won't have time for it. Charlton Athletic inflicts Dulwich's first pre-season defeat of the 2018-19 season. The Dulwich put up a very spirited fight against their League One opponents this evening. The deciding goal came in the second half. In the 54th minute, a good bit of work from Carlin Ahern-Grant saw him put the ball across the 6-yard box and a tap in at the far post from Jake Forsakaski ultimately won the game. Charlton led early on. Lyle Taylor stroking home across Edwards into the far corner, but Dulwich responded with a sensational equaliser, it has to be said, from Byron Lawrence, scoring from long range, swerving, curling into the far corner via the post. There was a plethora of changes for both sides, which took some of the sting out of the game. Charlton probably edged it overall, but Dulwich gave them a good fight. Final score of the KNK this evening, Dulwich Hamlet 1, Charlton Athletic 2. Gav, very good workout tonight for the boys, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was impressive from us in terms of our fitness levels. Our concentration at times was really good against a top opposition. I was really happy with us.
Did you feel like it was a league game at times, the way the boys approached the game?
Yeah, we asked for that. Obviously, we're getting closer to the start of the season. The competitive edge has to start coming in as well. We've got guys we're playing against who are very good players and very fit, and at times, you could see that. But other times we made it competitive and we made it hard for them as well. So, yeah, all in all, it was a good night's work.
They had 14 of their supposed first team out tonight overall, so it must be pleasing that you went toe-to-toe with them for much of the game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're part-time. And obviously that sort of comes out. You get the feeling they probably got 1 or 2 gears more, if need be, in reality. But for us, it was very good. We played some nice football at times. We stuck to our jobs off the ball and really tried to have a goal. So no, it was good. Some
clever movement at times, and also a lovely goal from Byron as well. Another great goal he scored in pre-season.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a lovely left foot, strong, powerful. But some lovely football, like you say. I like when the boys play with no inhibitions and just play freely, because I think their best work comes out, and at times today that was good today.
2.5 weeks until the start of the season. Where do you think you're at in terms of being prepared?
You never really know about the league. You never really know until the season starts. But in terms of fitness, we look fit for this stage. Probably fitter than I thought we would look. So I'm happy really, and if we can keep everyone, no injuries. We had Jay come off with a little calf injury. If we can just keep everyone fit and healthy, we should be okay.
And these last 2 games where the players need to stand up and say, look, I want to be picked for the first game of the season, and when you get your team in mind?
Yeah, a little bit. We'll make a few changes on Saturday because I think there's not a lot in it in terms of the players that we got, in terms of who would start, who wouldn't. So we don't even know who that is at the moment. So there'll be a few changes on Saturday's game, and then again they make their own minds up, or sorry, make my mind up in terms of who will start the season. But at the end of the day, the first game of the season doesn't dictate who's going to play every game throughout the season. So. Yeah, I think there'll be lots of changes and lots of people needing rest at times and loss of form and stuff like that. So it's natural.